Hey Sagittarius, Aditi here with Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. Now we've got the reading for the next 6 months, but like always, Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. You dig what I'm saying? So you've got June, July, August, September, October, and November, and then the overreaching themes for each corresponding month. Let's go ahead and get this party started, shall we? All right. So, first up, expect powerful change. And then be bold and make the first move. And third, look at the bigger picture. Expect powerful change, be bold and make the first move, and look at the bigger picture. And we see the full moon in your sign of Sagittarius at the end of that. Okay, so I think Capricorn had that too. All right, or Taurus, one of them. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Expect powerful change with the Knight of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Star. So some healing from some passion and pain. With the Knight of Wands, this is very fast-moving energy. See here in this deck, it is depicted as the journalist. The journalist, I can see it now, goes at a fast pace. The news doesn't necessarily need to be right, it needs to be first. But then again, it also has to convey passion, not necessarily like a balanced emotion. Like even in today's journalism, it's about the sensationalism of a thing, not necessarily being fair and unbiased. So there's this quick potent energy, but with knights, they're not supposed to last long. And then we've got the Three of Swords here, which talks about sorrow, heartbreak, despair, anguish, sometimes third-party situations. But either way, it's painful because it's too. There's a foreign object. I'm hearing there was a foreign object introduced. Oh, ew. Okay. All right. And then the Star card here talks about deep healing. There's exaltation with the Star. There's the light at the end of the tunnel, as it were. There's even looking at the card itself, you see there's like the garbage and all of that, but she's reaching up and cleaning. And then you've got the Star itself here, and then even with the water pouring, which into another star, no less. Which signifies the healing aspect that I was talking about previously. Like there's I'm hearing it was a necessary pain. It was necessary pain. All right, be bold and make the first move. This jumped out in your pre-shuffle. All right, so you've got the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Be bold and make the first move. So I'm hearing I choose you. Oh, yeah. The Queen of Wands is someone she doesn't chase, she attracts, right? She's like you've got, it's the public defender, right? She doesn't have to go and look for cases. Cases come to her, they flood to her, right? And she's very passionate, she's very sensual, she's she is high octane is what she is. A lot of the times you will see the Queen of Wands depicted with a cat and a serpent, because the cats and the serpents are natural enemies. And if you look here, you've got this giant wand, but I don't know if you can even see. You can't really see it here, but she's got, or could be the bag too. But yeah, she knows what she wants, and she has no problems going to get it. And with the Seven of Cups here, there were some options, or are some options that are going to be available to you. Now, you know how the phrase goes, all money ain't good money. And sometimes when you've got the Seven of Cups here, you run the risk of picking a dud, but there is always the potential for that ace in the hole. The thing is, even with that, like even if you're in that position of they're going to have to come to me, and you have all of these other choices that are trying to flock to you, you know that there's that one that you want, right? And then look at the bigger picture. We've got Justice, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician. Look at the bigger picture. Really? With the Knight of Swords? Okay, I see how you acting. All right, so with this spread, we're talking about Spirit stepping in and making things right. This Justice has nothing to do with you. This is not something that you have orchestrated or calculated, right? And with the Prince of Swords here, this is about taking in all of the information, not necessarily manipulating it, but just receiving it. And then with the Magician, now that you have the information and you see things from a wider perspective, you can make better or more effective moves here with the Magician. So September brings in the Fool, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. I'll be doggone. Here we go with the Seven of Cups, and one more again. All right, so both of these are the Seven of Cups, just in two different decks. Notice the difference between the two, right? And sometimes, like in this deck, the Seven of Cups is about, it's about knowing that the result is not going to be immediate. Yes, it's about making the choice, but sometimes that choice is not going to be revealed right away. But with the Fool card, the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups, this is that new journey. And this is defending. The Seven of Wands would be defending this path that you've taken, because you know that it's going to yield results. It may not look like people are going to say that it should. It's not going to look the way society thinks it's going to look right now. Right now, society sees a hole, but what you see is an opportunity. But in order to do that, you've got to make the move. You've got to step out. And with this, yes, and even though it's underneath expecting a powerful change, you are expecting a powerful change out of this hole that you've dug. That doesn't make sense to anyone but you. So for October, you've got the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So again, with the taking in of information with the Page, the 4 of Swords is about stepping back and taking a bit of a rest from something. And the 9 of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card. So there's heavy work. Heavy work that has taken its toll. And stepping back from that, or removing yourself from that to ensure that you retain the lessons and not get caught up in the pain. And then looking at the bigger picture, we've got Temperance, the Sun, and the Page of Pentacles. You have a lot of new energy coming in. It's not necessarily new energy, they're like seedlings. And you know that they're going to grow into something spectacular because you've been working on this. You've been working on this for a while. And it's one thing when it's a concept. It's a whole nother ball game when it starts to become a reality. And now you're starting to see evidence of these steps that you've taken that are starting to become tangible. Yep. Healing, new love, making it work, even though it doesn't look like it right now. But you know that it's going to benefit you. Yep. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for spending time with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. And I will see you next time. Bye now.